Back in 1970, some scientists from the Soviet Union kicked off an incredible experiment to reach the deepest layers of the Earth. They planned to dig a huge hole, but while digging, something happened that shocked the whole world, and eventually, the project had to be shut down. Today, that spot is home to a rundown research center, standing amidst dense jungle and snow-covered land. Around it, there are broken walls, rusty equipment, and right there, on the concrete ground, sits a heavy iron cover, about 12 inches across, which is tightly sealed with 12 bolts. Locals believe this is the gate to hell, which scientists themselves have dug open so the devil could come out. But actually, this place is called the Kola Super Deep Borehole. It's the deepest man-made hole on Earth, going down 12.26 kilometers. It's so deep that you could fit 12 Burj Khalifas stacked inside it. It took scientists about 25 years to drill this spot. But the question is, did something happen down there? Why was the project suddenly shut down? It's said that, at one point, microphones in the drilling equipment, they sent it deep down into the earth. Back then, did they record some terrifying sounds from down there? What did scientists discover 12 kilometers underground? In today's video, I'm going to answer all these questions and reveal this mystery to you. So make sure to watch the whole video. This story starts in the 1960s, during the height of the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union. At that time, there was a race to reach space. With the Soviet Union on one side, they won. But at the same time, there was another race going on, to see who could reach the center of the Earth first. With that goal in mind, some American scientists started a special project called Project Mole. Its main aim was to travel inside the Earth, reach the mantle layer, and find out what's really there. To understand the Earth's structure, you need a bit of geography. From the center, the Earth's diameter is about 6,378 kilometers. This huge sphere is actually divided into 3 layers. The outer layer is called the crust, which is about 40 kilometers thick. Below that is the mantle layer, which is about 2,900 kilometers thick. After the mantle comes the core, which is divided into 2 parts. The outer core is around 2,200 kilometers wide and made of liquid metal. Inside that is the inner core, about 1,280 kilometers wide and made of solid metal. The temperature there is insanely high, about 6,000 degrees Celsius, as hot as the surface of the sun. Scientists haven't been able to create any metal that can handle that kind of heat yet. So they decided that for now, the deepest we can go is the mantle. That's why in 1961, American scientists started drilling beneath the seafloor near an island in the Guadeloupe of the Pacific Ocean. Choosing the ocean over land made a lot of sense. The seawater absorbs some of the intense heat from inside the Earth. Plus, drilling from the deep ocean floor was relatively easier than on land. Over the next 6 years, American scientists drilled a total of 5 wells. But even their deepest well only reached about 183 meters down. You could say the project was a failure. The biggest problem was with the ship floating on the sea surface, keeping it stable.
To do this, huge propellers or fans were installed around the ship as a temporary fix. Still, the project cost about 320 billion taka. Due to lack of funds, the United States eventually shut it down permanently. However, the technology developed during this digging was later used in oil exploration. Even then, America didn't give up. In 1972, they tried again, but this time they chose land instead of the sea. In the state of Oklahoma, within just 2 years, they drilled a hole 9,583 meters deep. They named it BERT. The Kola borehole was the deepest hole in the world at that time, but they couldn't dig any deeper, so the drilling stopped. After that, the Soviet Union joined the race. They decided they would drill the deepest hole on Earth. Many people believe that if you went that deep, you'd actually reach hell. Some even thought the devil might come out. With those ideas in mind, they started a project that lasted 20 years. After America's failure in the Pacific Ocean, Soviet scientists chose a spot on land near Russia's border with Norway. In Kola, there was a huge, creepy building where about 3,000 workers were employed. Back then, the geologists involved in the project were considered the best scientists in Russia. They didn't just know how to operate the world's biggest drilling machine, but they also had an idea of what kinds of things might be discovered deep underground. Interestingly, the digging work always started right after sunset every day. Everyone knew this project was going to take a long time. So, with a massive budget, the work officially began on May 24, 1970. Within a few years, the scientists reached a depth of 7 kilometers.
But after that, problems just kept piling up. The deeper they went, the harder the rocks got. Plus, the temperature was rising fast. Because of that, the drill kept getting stuck and breaking. Even the slightest change would make the digging go off track, and every time they had to put in a new drill. Still, the Russian scientists didn't give up. After years and years of effort, they finally reached a depth of 12.2 kilometers. Back then, this achievement was seen as even bigger than sending a man to the moon. But right from the start, there were fears, doubts, and rumors about the project. Many people believed that going that deep was impossible. If you go down, you'll end up in hell. Back in 1983, when this project was temporarily shut down for a few days, these rumors started spreading. People said they had put microphones on the drill head and lowered it deep into the earth, and supposedly they heard terrifying sounds like screams from hell. Some American news outlets even reported this story. Some even claimed that strange, bat-like creatures were seen coming out of it. Since then, the rumor spread that the Kola borehole was actually the gate to hell, and that's why it was shut down. But the reality was totally different. When scientists reached a depth of 12 kilometers, and there they found the temperature was around 180 degrees Celsius. But according to calculations, it was supposed to be only 100 degrees. The drill bit would heat up to about 80 degrees Celsius because of this intense heat, causing it to break apart. At the same time, the extreme pressure and heat made the basalt rock behave like plastic. This made drilling practically impossible. Finally, in August 1998, the project was shut down. It wasn't just for scientific reasons, political factors played a role too.
In the 90s, the Soviet Union broke up. As a result, everything from money to scientific equipment got split and scattered among the new countries. Russia no longer had the resources to run such an expensive project. So the mission to dig the world's deepest hole came to a permanent halt. Until 1979, there was a research station at the site. But later, the Kola super deep borehole was sealed off with a solid cap. The scientists left the place. Still, during the 25 years the project ran, the scientists worked day and night to create a 12-foot wide hole, a 12.2 kilometer deep hole. The question is, after all that hard work, did they actually get any results? The answer is yes. First, they invented technology that made it possible to drill that deep. At the same time, they discovered a special kind of rock that doesn't melt even at extremely high temperatures, but stays solid. By 1979, they had already broken America's previous record. And by 1983, the drilling machine reached 12 kilometers underground. Moscow declared it a huge success. Scientists were invited and awarded. Everyone together examined those strange rocks, and for the first time in history, people got a glimpse of the mysteries deep within the earth. But when the project paused for a year, terrifying stories about the gate to hell started to spread. Another common belief was that deep inside the earth, granite rocks would end and basalt rocks would begin. However, scientists discovered no such boundary. In fact, surprisingly, they even found water at such depths. It was previously thought that under such pressure, water can never go down. But that belief has just been broken. Not only that, from a few kilometers deep, they found some microbes that are 2 billion years old surviving under such extreme pressure and heat, a huge shock for scientists. Could there really be a door to hell hidden deep inside the Earth? Should other countries spend money and tech to go deeper than Russia? Let me know what you think in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See ya! Coming up in the next episode. Thanks!